Recently, a minor feud took place between two media houses who claim to be at the exact center of the political spectrum, when they are indeed at far opposite ends. They didn't exactly fight each other in a typical Western standoff, but they eventually spar in feuds that often go unnoticed and underground. Firstly, an introduction to both of the media houses. Op India was founded in 2014 by Rahul Raj and Kumar Kamal. It claims to be a fact-checking website foremost, with loads and loads of opinionated pieces.
Ironic.
Op India's application was recently rejected in 2019 for accreditation from International Fact-Checking Network. But it isn't all bad news when it comes to Op India. With about 241k YouTube subscribers, it is one of the major news outlets and an essential fact-checker that has exposed many fake news countless times. The print, on the other hand, is a different beast altogether. It is a digital online newspaper web portal that is expanding into the uncharted waters of YouTube. It was launched in August 2017 by Shekhar Gupta, a renowned journalist of India. It is most famously known for its YouTube video series known as Cut the Clutter, which is hosted by Shekhar Gupta and is the brainchild of Shekhar Gupta himself. Yet if we look at the moments following its genesis, it has been the go-to destination for a lot of almost propagandist preach against Narendra Modi and BJP. But it has been improving its game recently with more and more quality content and letting people know which parts of its articles are actual facts and which are opinionated pieces. But I am not here to give peer reviews to either of them yet.
Yeah.
But I am to talk about two articles today that came out from both Op India and the print. The links to both of them will be down in the description below. It started with the print publishing an article titled Why the Modi Government Gets Away with Lies and How the Opposition Could Change It. The article briefly was a cookie-cut leftist article.
Dark material for leftists.com.
It had all the usual anti-Modi government rants with citing their own previous articles as sources. But then a specific subheading caught the eyes of the staff at the Op India: fire hosing of falsehoods. It cited a research that some angry and frustrated Americans did following the election where Donald Trump was elected as president. Actually, it was not some angry and frustrated Americans, but a reputed American think tank known as the RAND Corporation.
Right.
The study was centered around quote-unquote distinctive features of the contemporary model for Russian propaganda, assuming of course that whatever they brand as fake news is the fake news indeed. The print's article sought to expand the applicability of this concept to the Modi government as well, stating many loose reasons to somehow make Modi be associated as a propagandist. The article also directly attacked Op India for being a chief source of fake news and that it uses the confirmation bias, information overload, and emotional manipulation, etc. for preaching fake news. The article then goes on to a specific subheading that is titled Compete, which Op India uses as its main weapon to attack at the print. In this subheading, the writer essentially endorses playing dirty, my own words, that is fighting fake news with fake news of our own, addressing it to be coming from the RAND researchers in their study of the Russian propaganda, which I was also able to locate in the RAND's research also. Spotting this, Op India comes out guns blazing with its own article, cunningly titled Shekhar Gupta's The Print urges opposition parties to spread fake news to defeat Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Talking of oversimplifying, huh? Now this article essentially takes that one subheading and writes a full piece editorial using a few bits of information out of context. Not gonna read the whole article because I know long videos are not that popular, but I will provide a link to both. Seeing all this dog fighting, I had only one thing in my mind. Honestly speaking, I am an ardent follower of both Op India and the print, especially Cut the Clutter video series, and seemingly Shekhar Gupta makes his best efforts to keep that video series clean of not the audio problems
and the most hazardous and takes the longest,
but any such opinionated and potentially damaging content. Also, I highly love Op India and its fact checks, which have oftentimes opened my eyes as well. But the question is, who is right among the two? This right here is the perfect example of why both are wrong. Firstly, let's see the print's article. Intellectuals in India have to understand that just because something is applicable to the demographics of Russia doesn't mean that it will be applicable to India too. This expansion of concepts works in physics or economics, but not demographics. Yes, the law of large numbers does work, but the way of thinking of even two mobs differs. And after all, the point of fighting someone is to be better than them. The reason many Indians hate Churchill, even though he defeated Hitler, is that he also has a potential Holocaust of his own on his hand. You know very well what I'm talking about. Let's just assume that Modi government was spreading false news. Then as a responsible opposition, they should expose this false news and refrain from fabricating their own false news as a weapon against the Modi government. Fabricating own false news reeks of desperation for re-election and not for the sake of the people. I mean, if that were the case, the people will be trading one fake news peddling government with another. Therefore, fighting fire with fire in this case essentially means abandoning morals, and if we are to follow that logic, then why don't we just rape the sister of a rapist as a penal punishment? Human society has outgrown this eye for an eye mentality. Therefore, the print, you are wrong here. Also, Op India's article is to Shekhar Gupta, essentially what the print's article was to Modi, a blatant attempt to demonify an individual. Having Shekhar Gupta's name up front and his pic with Kapil Sibal, you can't be more upfront and transparent with the motives to hurt someone's image. I'm not saying that someone having a pic with Kapil Sibal means that they are having their image destroyed, but that's a marker that we are talking about a typical leftist here. So yeah, a bit of emotional bias and a bit of confirmation bias comes handy. Print's article wasn't even written by Shekhar Gupta himself, but by one of the contributing editors named Shivam Vij as his personal views. Look at his face. Op India, buddy, I love you. But in a democracy, media outlets allow articles from all political spectrums, and just because the print hosts such an article doesn't mean that it's Shekhar Gupta's personal opinions as well. One of the chief reasons why Op India's article blatantly attacked Shekhar Gupta is something that I'm also guilty of doing, and I'm sure that everyone in YouTube will also be guilty of doing that. In fact, any media outlet that wants to make a dime is guilty of doing that, and that is marketing. Shekhar Gupta is a renowned journalist with decades of experience, and honestly a lot of right-wing channels are already eyeing him to make one slip statement himself that they can use to tear him apart. And Shekhar sir therefore is being careful with what he says. It is obvious when Op India releases an article praising Shekhar sir's interference during a tweet war. Link to that in the description as well. But the thing is that these marketing tactics do not suit an institution that claims to be a fact checker through and through. The article only cites Shivam Vij once, while it cites Shekhar Gupta 5 times. In fact, in the only line that Shivam Vij is mentioned, he is addressed as an extension to Shekhar Gupta. To directly quote the line, Shivam Vij, and by extension Shekhar Gupta, as if both Shivam Vij and Shekhar Gupta somehow share the same. I can't really blame either of the two organizations for such tactics, as it is the norm nowadays for all media outlets. But this video was not for either of the organizations, but for you, the viewers. I know that most people in India are much busy trying to figure out their lives, but being irresponsible with what you see/hear accumulates in you getting tricked.
Oh my dude, you just got pranked. Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh?
One of the most important political debates in America today is about privacy and the bias of media. There are apps dedicated in America that rate news articles on a scale reflecting their leniency towards left or right. And even though this feels unnecessary in India, but trust me, once an Indian citizen learns to read between lines like this, they will realize how such articles are the ones that contribute in the brainwashing we complain about. Hey guys, Manpreet here. Now, I know that I've been missing for quite a while by now, but there were some particular reasons why this happened. I had some issues to take care of, and personally, the lockdown was proving too much for me. And especially since I got the job, I'm hardly getting any time for myself. So that is why it has been a few months since I've updated any major video. So really sorry about that, but क्या करें, मजबूरी थी. But I promise I'll try to be regular from now onwards. As you can see, the Aditya has kept the channel pretty well in my absence, and Aditya has provided a lot of quality content ever since, and I really thank Aditya for that, for keeping the flame alive till I was gone. And from now onwards, I will try to be as regular as possible. If you have reached this far, then thanks a lot for watching my video, and do let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are about the video. Also, I have noticed that we at the Elixir of Wisdom have been quite shy when it comes to talking about COVID-19 and Corona. So the next video will be about coronavirus. So the reason is why we are refraining to talk about this is because we are not any sort of certified researcher or doctor. So I think that whatever advice that we give, we need to first of all thoroughly research it, and we need to present it in a way that is conducive with the situation and with our own set of knowledge and our expertise. Therefore, there is a video coming up on coronavirus. I'm not quite sure what it will be about, but I have a few ideas in my mind, and if you have any sort of video ideas apart from that, do let me know. Feedbacks will be definitely appreciated and will be used for further videos in the channel as well. So thank you for watching the video, and I sure do hope to see you guys next time.